I don't know how Kendrick wins more Grammys in one night off a diss track to Drake than Drake wins in his entire career. Now, when we speak of thoughtful and creative art, I'm always like, I'm never second guessing Kendrick. I'm never second guessing when we think of an artist that really does it for the culture. And when I say culture, I don't just mean I don't mean pop culture. I mean for the originators of this thing called hip hop, for the ones who laid the foundation, for the ones trying to that are putting that pain in to keep it alive in a world that says it's dead, in a world that says no, 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 accept this watered down version of this pure, beautiful thing called hip hop that grew out of the worst circumstances, some of the worst circumstances that a person could go through in life. A medium that was birthed out of riots and rage and pain. You feel me? So it's like Kendrick Lamar. And I'm saying, listen, I'm Canadian. I want you to understand that I can only give you the real. I can only give you the real. So as a Canadian who is a historian of hip hop, who is a lover of hip hop first, before sides, before having or feeling like you have to choose a side. I love this thing called hip hop differently. So when an artist like Kendrick Lamar wins and says, and he's asked, well, how did these wins make you feel? Winning 5 Grammys off a diss record. How did you process that? And when his only response is, I said, yeah, it's time that they finally respect the culture. When he says, I did this for the culture. He didn't just do it for the culture either. He also did it for his brothers. He did it for his people. So when he's talking about culture, he's talking about his people. Melanated people. You hear it in his music. The awakened black consciousness within his music. When he says this is for the culture, he's talking about his brothers and sisters he grew up with in LA that are filled with anger and rage because of the circumstances of where they grew up, but they also have a love for this place where they grew up, but trying to find balance between that duality, but don't know how to navigate those emotions and feelings of losing your loved ones